Hello there.
Hi, welcome to DesPair programming with Lil Vista and
Mesh. Okay, let's go to the center. Okay. Yeah.
And so today we're going to keep on working on our app, which is for How's the Wi-Fi. This week we want to be checking the location that the person's in. And so, well, first off, we're going to be polishing up the app.
We're gonna show actually to-do list. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do the just general improvements and polishing. Then you said
Yeah,
GPS.
then we're going to be working on GPS.
And then we show the position on the map. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready? Boom. So let's open up our beautiful. Let me see. We don't need this. And that's it. Beautiful. Okay. So as you can see, we made everything a bit bigger, so then it's easier to actually check. And yeah, as we mentioned at the end of the previous like episode, there were like the ping was kind of working, but basically what we found out actually is that what we found out is actually that the ping, like some devices and the emulator, including the emulator, might not support pinging because it's kind of like maybe for some of them they're too low level and they might want to hide that functionality. And so it might not work. And so what we wanted to do actually, we wanted to like handle that as well. And so I'm just going to show you quickly through the changes, so then we are on the same page. So it's in the main activity. So here's the get ping that we were using before, and already some changes. It's about the delay, that we had like a delay as a variable rather than just returning the value, packet loss, which we'll talk soon, and now we are returning a float. So float is a number instead of being an integers with a comma. So that is because like it turns out that sometimes you get more precise numbers depending on the device. So we need to handle that, otherwise it crashes. And then we are handling also the timeout, so it cannot take too long to return, right? And we're gonna try to ping many times and not just once, and that gives a better result at the end. So this is kind of the same thing as before, and the difference now is that we're not kind of just statically, so we're not trying to get the values on the result on the report. We're not just trying to get them in a specific point. We are kind of more flexible, and that allows us to basically not have the app crash on us like
last week.
Like last week. And the packet loss is because sometimes we were testing. Welcome, serial. Anyway, so the packet loss basically adds another layer of information for us because that's actually more important than the ping itself. Because you might have like your device saying your ping was 0 ms, like in milliseconds, is like perfect, but actually all the packets, so all these attempts to connect to the servers were all like lost. They all failed, and then you get 100% packet loss, which is really bad. And that's pretty much it. So we can now run it on the emulator. Let me bring it up. Yeah. So the emulator now should come up. Okay, edit. Okay. Okay, so now it should show up. Let's check. So now the app basically, instead of having ping and download and upload as before, it has two new pieces of information, which is the ping now, but it's been moved down, and then the packet loss. So now we'll put it, you never know. We're gonna have like little download and upload coming out. Ping now we're running on emulator and it's perfect because it doesn't work on emulator for reasons, Google or Android. guys. And but this time we're seeing that actually we are not getting any packets through. And so this time all the packets have been lost, and that's what happened. Now this took longer than I thought, and so we're gonna go move a bit quicker. And so now what we want to do is actually we're gonna show it. What happens is the kind of improvements that we thought about like during like last week, last episode, is you could click once and it will start getting your nice information, but you can click like many times. And if you click like many times, it will crash, or it will kind of like go in some weird state. And normally what you do is that when you click a button, then say yeah, okay, crash. So what you want is because maybe you're like using too much memory and things like that. And we don't want that. We just want that if you click once, it's just going to wait, and when it's done, actually, now it lets you re-click if you need. So what we're going to do now is, well, now we can start
the clock.
Yeah.
Actually programming.
Yes. So now we have, as you know, from the first episode, we have our beautiful swapper, as I call it. So this one is the pair programming kind of part
that we made up.
So I don't know if you can maybe see. Anyway, you can't see.
No.
Anyway, you will see. You will see. Actually, it made everything darker. So like, yeah. It's like this is basically the essence of this app mixed like so it will give everybody like a little timer and like 5 minutes, and then it will ring and it tells you to swap, and then you swap.
So
bam. Okay, let's go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Perfect. So let's
okay, so the first thing we want to do is so once the button gets clicked, we want to then disable it, and we only want to re-enable it when upload, download, and ping have all finished.
Yeah. So first of all, we are going to just set. So we don't have access. So to be able to use it in any way, we need to have a reference to it, and so we're gonna have private, and we're gonna have just a button, and it's going to be check connection button. And if we have, so now we're going to in the layout, and here we can actually give an ID to it. And we call it check connection button. Beautiful.
Already done that.
So genius. So now we just put it, we find it in the current view, which is activation show, and it's going to be check connection button. Perfect. And this way we can actually just use it and do whatever we want. Then on check connection, the first thing we do is we are gonna get the button and we're gonna say set visibility. Yeah.
Oh, so what, we want to make it invisible? I thought can't we just disable it?
Yeah, that's true. Good point. Set enabled and enables. So yeah, visibility will actually make it invisible. We don't want to. So on check connection is this event that you click and it actually just runs all the things. And it is okay. So we can just like run this.
And now after you click it once, it will
forever. It will never let you.
Check once.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of the programming. If you break it down, you know exactly what it should be doing. So yes. So if it now goes back to not be, that is magic that shouldn't happen. And yeah, so magic does not happen until you don't know what's going on. So now on check connection, so now we have that, and this is what we need to do now is to kind of have a flag, so little like pieces of like variables, small variables that tells you am I done, like pink, is it done or not. So I'll make them now, and I'm gonna make pink is being task. Is being task completed, and well, by default is always false, and it's and so as you can understand, is going to be, well, ping is the same as packet loss.
Yeah. So just upload.
Is download and upload. Perfect. So now they're not used, but we're going to use them now. So whenever you start the button, we will also reset. So is upload task false, and this is only in case you re-click in again from earlier. So for the moment it doesn't make too much sense, but it will make sense later. Go. So now we're just saying setting. I'm pretty sure that there's a like fancier way to do it with tasks like on complete, and actually we could maybe look just quickly on. No. So then we need to do it the way.
For our own process.
Yeah, but we're doing but we can't do it like this. Oh, I'll show you. Because that is the function that we're defining in the other place. Anyway, so there might be like a fancier way with the executor and so on, but this one is maybe easier to also explain, and maybe we can make it fancier later on. Yeah, so we got the flags, and now what we want to do is, as we did for the set download text and set upload text, is to have public void set report completed. Right? So this one will tell you, we say yes, it's completed, and then we'll have another one, no, it's not completed.
Shouldn't we have a like set download
And
set upload?
because we can have report type. We already have it.
Time's up.
Now is your turn.
Okay.
Okay. So just as a little. Okay. So basically, in the report type,
Yeah.
we have specified upload and download, and we can use it.
Delete.
3,
1.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we can specify. Yeah.
So
okay. And then
look at the report type.
Yeah. I remember the report.
But there's one missing, right? Maybe.
So
We want one more, right?
what
Ping, yeah.
But can't should we do that within the, because ping is a private class. So if we look before, we did ping inside the main activity.
We'll just do that. We can just as you wish, but
Okay, I can add it. Yeah, it makes sense. if
just
you
make it
can-
like cleaner.
Yeah. Mid dirty. Can you just do this?
Yeah, that's okay. Save because there's no use.
Okay. So
Yeah. So now basically the idea is that we are setting. So every time there is a report being completed, we're going to use that like that. Yeah. Yeah, complete is, or you can have a switch.
yeah.
And a switch case is probably clear. So switch case is kind of like a fancier, like if and else, and is when you kind of like you know exactly what you expect and you don't want to do if and else. Yeah. And so now the idea is we're gonna have report completed, a case, ping, and then all.
I'll get rid of this.
Yeah. And
Okay, pick case.
no need.
No need this. Okay.
So yeah, and yeah, increase ping. So
What do we do?
if it's not, yeah, increase we set ping completed,
Okay,
right?
yeah, sure, the flag.
Yeah.
Is need was completed.
And probably also want.
What?
Let me think. Yeah, I was just thinking maybe we also want a packet loss because we were like it needs to be completed, but that's part of the ping, right? Yeah, yeah. So
Do you have to put?
And no, then afterwards you put new line break.
Okay.
So then basically now like otherwise it would go like break is kind of in this case used as a like then the rest would become like an else. So if it's not clear, the break now will not allow the code to check the other cases. Otherwise it might just go through a lot of a lot of options and set more flags. And perfect, yeah. And I guess what we could do is
Okay, so now we need to also run a check every time.
We might want to set report status, and then we put like true, false, so completed or error, because we can get some errors as well.
But we don't.
Yeah, but you okay? If you, I think we put word now. But
we don't.
when we put the comma there, right?
Okay,
so we can put it as a type boolean.
So boolean success.
Is success. Successful. Yeah,
Okay,
and then set report status.
Yeah, okay.
So there we put the type and it's okay.
Okay, so now we set it so that if the report succeeds, our naming is bad. Is task completed?
Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, it's okay. Completed, like, yeah. Well, it's okay.
Okay, we think about it later. Okay, so now we're basically saying, like, if it's successful, then we set these flags to true. If it's unsuccessful, we'd set them to false. This is for the future. It doesn't matter too much.
It's okay. And that's for now. And if you go up, I think I made a mistake. And it should be false, should be now. Because then we can check if they're not completed. So if you put the false in the flags here,
yeah, okay.
Yeah. And also, well, yeah, it's okay. You can put it on. So
we do need them to be false.
Now then we have to make a new type, and have 3 types. Like started.
Okay, so we don't worry about it.
I will worry about it.
When it's later. Okay, so now we need to use this inside
ping, for example.
Inside ping. So when ping finishes,
yeah,
which
so
is
on
on post execute.
But yeah, it depends.
So we're just gonna put.
I wouldn't put it there, but
not at the end.
No, because it already checks the like on post execute. It checks.
Oh.
Switch. Okay, I don't like this. I like more my little song before. So oh, sorry. I had a little song and you like describe with this. I don't think it was. Okay.
Delete 2, 1.
You already have your voice everywhere. It's enough.
You can work on it. So, as we were like mentioning, so that kind of bothers me. Actually, we can do like this. So the factor, since we can see it everywhere. And now. So now we can basically, with the special tools, is
successful. Okay.
And now we say okay, and now everywhere should be a factor. So basically, you just automatically change everything, so we don't get crazy. I actually will make it. Because I want to change something, so I'll make it a status instead, like status instead of being a like is something is usually just like a boolean, so like true false. So something is or is not. But in that case, with the status, we can actually make a new status thing. So download task status. And this will become, well, we'll leave it there. I'm gonna okay, yeah. Okay, boom. Ah, yeah, because I need to. Yeah, that's a fly once attack. So this is ping, fly, factor. So now let's just refactor this.
Kill the fly.
No. Down.
So annoying.
Just like.
Even for me,
So,
it's not annoying me.
Now we're basically doing another type. So types are nice little things, so we don't have to make things ugly.
Do you know types?
Well, types are nice and efficient. Boom. We're gonna make
Yeah, that's kind of confusing.
report
Status.
status, right? And now we do the same. Yes, we want to add the it. So it's the same. So it's a public enum instead of being just a class. So, oh. And now everything will be clear. So it's like started. We did it, and okay. And so there's started. Yeah. So there will be like start is like kind of already in progress. So this one allows us to differentiate like failure and in progress rather than just like so it can have failed but not necessarily or it can be started but not necessarily failed. So report and now it's gonna complain loads because we changed the type, but then it's fine. We go on. So I'm going fast because it was kind of like a mistake we made. So status here now we'll go and say in progress because we are gonna start it, so we can live the computer. It's already in progress. Yeah. So on here. So now finally we're back. So set report status. So in this case on post execute. So let me see. So there's on post execute, on pre execute, and there should be on error, but we don't have.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
hey,
hello. Hello. Thanks for following. So if everything is okay, it's going to be this one. So set report status, and then we go report type dot ping, and then report status dot completed. In this case, it was completed successfully. But so and the if basically says if the number that I receive is more than 0, then or equal to 0, that means there was a number, we got a number. But if is less than 0, is the like the default number is a negative number, which means that we couldn't really get any information. Yeah, it failed basically. And so that's how we differentiate the results. And the packet loss
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Time's up.
Oh,
Okay.
good. So yeah, and then we do this for the ping and for all the other things.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now we want.
I don't know, like I can't dance because.
Oh my god! See, you like it more than me. Okay. Yeah. So now we need to set whether or not the status.
So packet loss doesn't matter.
Yeah, we don't care. And then we go to the speed test from before, and here we have on completion. So
and we know the type.
how do we know the type?
If report. We're already using it there.
Yeah, but this is even when we go like this. Okay, so what is it?
Small R.
Small R. Report type. Oh, cool. Download.
No, actually, we don't even need this, right? We just throw it in directly.
Oh, that's true.
So now we just need the reference to the root view. So we did it already somewhere.
Yeah, we did it.
No? No. Main activity. Yeah, we'll just.
Is it whereabouts?
It's okay. Just put it.
Okay.
And then there you put report type, like the variable. So that's like what we get. And this is basically being created within the kind of class, so it's okay. No.
This. Okay.
Beautiful. See, and now on completion, and now we got on error. We can
Okay.
put that one.
So are we sure that there's only calls on success?
But we have on error, so So that's definitely okay. And if it doesn't, then we're gonna like test it.
Because it would cause us problems.
It might cause us problems. Yeah. But then we'll.
What is this error? Failed.
Okay. So now, before we can actually test it, we need to.
We need to
kind of like check, right?
Yeah, exactly. We need to write a function which checks if everything's completed.
Everything, yeah, everything.
And then to set the button to enable it again.
Enable it.
So
yeah.
do we want to? It's
No.
bad for the function.
But it's okay because it's like it's the validation. So they can. This is
Private?
private.
Okay.
Yeah.
Private.
So wait.
What should we put it?
Valid like check. Yeah, we can do check. So this is. We could have had like a better way, but I think it's fine. So the idea is that every time. Yeah.
Okay.
So that every time we are adding like a new, basically in the set report status, we are kind of adding a little changing the status of 1, 2, 3 of all each task, and yeah, kind of.
Oh yeah, no, we first need to actually check.
So every time that we are setting a status, since they're all in different order, we don't really know which one is going to come first, which one comes last. Depends on the phone and now we know that the most important thing, like everything needs to be either failed or needs to be okay. Oh, sounds is very low. Thanks. Thanks. The sound is very low. Oh, maybe.
Maybe because we had it on.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Oops.
Okay. Now, from this point on, we're back.
All of what we said.
No, but it's very like I can't hear anything with my headphones. Oh, it's very low. Sorry guys.
Too late.
Now, please. Yeah, great. Sorry.
Okay.
So,
shall we re-explain stuff?
Well, I think like in case you guys, if you have questions, since we kind of like messed up this chunk. If you guys want to repeat, just say "yo" again.
Maybe you.
Okay,
Slightly
it doesn't matter. It's okay. So what we're doing now is that we are setting the report status of basically report is the ping, the upload and download, and now we want to be sure. No.
Why not?
Because you can just say if it's not in progress. So you're only checking one thing at a time.
Oh, okay, sure.
So basically what we're doing is that every time we are setting
because it doesn't matter. Even if it fails, we want to set the button enabled.
But I said if not on progress.
Okay.
So the idea is that every time we're setting, again, since like, Uncle, keep it going. Since we're not like, we're setting every time, we want to make sure, what we want to make sure. It's your turn.
I don't know, I wasn't listening.
You were not, okay. Alright, so first we take it chill. Do your dance. I lost the song. Okay, go. So we're calling this one every time, just so people can follow. We're calling this function every time we're setting any report, and we don't do anything except, so here we're gonna set the button that we set disabled before, only if all the tasks have some sort of result, right? And by doing that, we need to say if the ping task is, we can do it in a cool way, but it's probably, there's always cool ways, and there are also the good ways or the clear ways.
So are we doing cool way or are we doing good way? Or neither?
We could do like okay, let's do it. So if equals like a massive, let's say like.
What's it? I don't know if
triple.
this is a cool way. I think
This is a cool way.
I would be so confused.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like cool
That's
way.
like the language telling you that way.
That wasn't okay. But in some languages, I guess you can do it. So then
Which language?
don't come, like, it could be bullshit. Just go on with it. Like, so download status.
No, you did text view. What does that mean?
Means something happened. I don't know. We got a little like noise and we're not used to it. And something happened. And
Okay.
we will see soon. Okay, so now if the report status failed, like a ping failed. Sorry, this is what I'm doing. Let me go.
No, you did this.
Yeah, but wait, don't correct me. No, okay. So if none of those,
Like this line tells you shouldn't go beyond it in a text editor, so you should make your code pretty.
you're like the worst code reviewer in the company. Anyway, so if they're not in progress, we can enable it, right?
Enable the button again.
And then we're gonna do something pretty to show each result. And now we're gonna show it. So we're gonna show it.
Hello, Slayer Darth.
Hello. Ta-da-da. Oh, it means that I was a new follower. Thank you.
Cool.
Great. Yeah, like.
We need to learn the sounds.
Yeah. So now we know that means that. Okay. So now we are gonna test all the things we said. So now we're gonna calculate like the download, the upload, the ping, and the packet loss. The packet loss will be 100% because it's the emulator, and the ping will be NA. So by the end of it, the button should come back. That means that the program understood that everything finished. So upload, help us out. Yes! But something crashed.
Well done.
What happened there? So animators may only run in the looper threads. Okay. So
Is this because?
it's because this one is being called by. It's basically being called by the on-x. Okay. So there are some like limitations in Android, and you cannot do the like GUI stuff on any thread, and that is no good for us. Because we cannot touch stuff. But this one.
This is on progress update, and we did this like.
So let me check animator. So animators may only be run on looper threads. That's cool. That's cool.
Should we Google it?
Yeah. Okay. Maybe, but I feel it's going to be.
Yeah, the third thing.
So.
Which makes sense.
So let's. Yeah, I think the best idea is to just Google it. So we're gonna switch to Google. Actually, DuckDuck mode. DuckDuckGo, as we said. Oh, this one now we know.
Thank you.
Thank you. So loads of people. So now we have your problem, guys. Animators may only be run on the looper threads.
No, that means I had to solve this problem.
Okay. The sweetest change.
Oh crap! Oops, sorry.
Okay, but then we still have like. So what do you think we could do?
Okay, we're thinking. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good at this.
Like problem solving, or like life. Yeah, I don't think this is a good poster because we are not doing like animations really.
But it's something like because before.
No. Yeah, go back to that one. It's okay.
Okay.
So scroll down, and I think one idea is looper threads down.
Okay, so the threads are permanently loop.
So.
Okay. So
I mean, there is a way.
No, we don't want
like
something too happy.
ugly way. But maybe that's like how we can do it.
Can't we use the similar like publish progress thing from before?
No, because like the publish progress is only when it's in progress. we need to know when it's done.
But isn't there something similar?
No, like I'm surprised that it's not. Maybe. You know what we can do actually? We can like take this code actually and throw it. Yeah, but this is. Yeah, go ahead. Copy
Okay,
this.
copy this.
I mean, we're not doing like and then go. So now we go back to do mode.
Okay.
Yeah, people like thoughts. Yeah, and most of them. Yeah, you go.
Okay.
So yeah, so you put the check speed test completed inside this thing that you just copied.
So I have to put it inside
Yeah,
the set.
yeah. So we'll see. But then I explain if this works, and then you throw it in your code.
But I don't like the fact that the sets report status is doing this.
It's okay, because it's like no. So try run and run with the run.
Okay.
And then go show it. Show it. Okay, now we are showing up. Yeah. Free open source software, it's our thing. In case someone yeah, it's just I don't know, why not? And plus like I don't know, like just I wanna go into this one a little bit. We just always take like from Stack Overflow and other like GitHub. And you always take and then like people like just maybe keep it for themselves when
it didn't crash.
Didn't crash. High five. So it didn't crash and the button is back. So this wasn't such a bad idea.
Okay, so tell me what's going on.
So my idea was not as like that, but basically now it works because we are running this exactly 3 times. And basically we are spawning, or we are basically telling this runnable, this piece of like task to be run by the UI. Now it says run on, but it's basically run by the UI thread. And then you kind of queue it in this thread. And that allows it to go there. It's not a big deal that it's done like this.
Shall I move this into this method? Would that make more sense?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think it's fine. Like this one will become a bit more complicated, so I guess like it's just like it's okay for the moment.
Okay,
we know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, like
I said later.
you could put it inside inside the function itself. It's not big deal. Now we want to change the color, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. So the next thing we wanted to do was when download was successful, we wanted to set it green, and if it failed, we wanted to set the text to red. And
Perfect.
for everything else as well.
Okay,
so I only have a minute. Let's do this quick.
So now we don't have any like we don't have the titles, right? We want to set the titles, so we need to access the titles, right? And we don't have the.
we're setting the text here.
So but we are setting the text one on the download.
Yeah, sure.
So basically now, so now are we gonna put the text? I cannot identify your accents, by the way.
No one can.
Go guess. guess. We like kind of like this one, unless they say.
International.
Yeah, it's hard, but it's like guessable, I guess.
No one can guess.
Yeah, we got some shocking, but it's fun. So like, guys, try it, and if you win, you get like thumbs up. I think get it. And Henry cannot answer because he knows me. Knows us. So do we want to put the text like? Don't answer in a lazy way. Is it like the text or the titles, green and red?
So we want the title download to be
just that, right?
Yeah.
And so we need to do.
Although we could make it. It might be faster and easier.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go. Switch.
No, but there's no music.
No, I don't. No.
Mistake. Damn it.
So basically, we need to restart. Okay, so back to German, no.
And we're different, by the way.
We're not
accents.
different accents, so maybe makes it easier or harder. So now we are going to try again. We are going to change this one. So this is like download
label.
title or label. Label, I like it. Upload.
But we are European, so
Yeah, that was correct.
it's the right continent.
Better than most people.
Most people get the wrong continent, so you know.
Yeah, we get random stuff. Ping label and packet loss.
No, do we care?
Yeah, they're gonna be the same color.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, it would be. I think it would look a bit weird. Only one thing. And so now in main report, in main activity.
The girl is French. No.
Ooh,
But closer.
France. Now you're gonna show off that you got France.
Yeah, I can speak French, but I'm not French. And I did live in Switzerland for 2 years, so maybe. I lived in France for a year, so almost.
Almost. Try again. So now we have these ones, which are the same, but instead of being text views, we call them just label. Although they're also labeled.
Yeah, that's kind of confusing.
They're not really confusing because they're labels, and we don't
You
basically.
don't change them.
Yeah, the idea is like they are text views, clearly, but we don't want to use them as like. Well, what would take them as like we don't want to change their value, so probably we'll just do this. Now it's pretty thing or ugly. So pink dot. So now we know that when we got
No.
Danish.
I feel like we should just give you the answer.
No, not Danish. I think my shirt gives it away, but but I'm not relating anyway. Yeah, so
he's not that yet.
no. So set text color. So this one we're gonna do color dot. Oh yeah. So well we have to set them black up there, but we're gonna set them. We set them red. Oh, set them green. So this is kind of like. So how can we? Because this one wants an ID. So int color.
Just Google.
Color state list.
No, we don't want that.
Okay, we don't want that. Okay, so we are going to Android text view change color. So now we are gonna set it to some color. Okay.
Okay, so it's
yeah, that was it. Okay. Yeah. So why did he complain like that? He was complaining. Maybe uppercase. Sometimes like.
Yeah, we'll be typing.
So color dot green. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Color dot green, and so we're gonna be report status dot completed. So this is like it's kind of cool. This is cool. So in case completed, well, in case pings. So we know that for sure they are not in progress. So they're either one or another. So if ping status is completed, then we put it green. Otherwise, we put it to red. One liner, and it doesn't have to be like too complicated. And we're doing the same for the we're just changing this one. Packet loss label. So we're changing packet loss. We're changing the download. But actually, yeah, it's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say I'm from England, even though I don't sound like it. No one said anymore, but and he's from Italy.
I'm from Italy, yes. And so good attempt. At least you didn't go like South Africa.
Yeah, or Russian.
Russian, Polish. What did you get as well?
Well, Russian was.
Russian. Yeah. So now we're setting them green or red depending on the result. And one thing that is this. I think the audio got reset. And I'll take some overtime here to to this. So we set them always black.
Sorry. The guy was.
I didn't know. Okay, so
I thought it was too difficult. Like no one ever guesses correctly, so.
so now actually we lied.
You have to go through
We
all
lied.
the
We lied.
Sorry.
We're just no. Sorry. We're
Jumped
just
the
joking.
gun.
We're joking. Okay, so I need to reset this one. So let's switch because. So,
Oh yeah, okay. Our switch is not
3, 2,
working.
1, go.
We're missing all the beautiful music.
all the beautiful music, like well, we're not missing out so much.
Okay, so now we've done this, we just need to test it, right?
Yeah, we need to see if everything works as we expect.
Okay.
So
Is it building?
try to run. Yeah, try to run again. Oh yeah, it's building. Okay, sure. Henry knew. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so wow, beautiful.
Could not execute. So go down.
Could not
Go
execute.
down.
Okay.
No, that's okay. So attempt to void.
Oh no, did we not set the ID?
We didn't get them. So we didn't fetch.
Sure.
Perfect, beautiful. I like this easy problems, easy mistakes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so P.
Label.
Okay, sure.
And then we go for it. So yeah, basically we didn't.
Yeah.
So you need basically to have the reference to the actual label that you're using. Otherwise, it's not gonna be able to do anything. And power of paste. Okay. So multitasking.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay. Next question. We're gonna leave more time and be less.
Yeah, let's push it. Okay.
You're always a bit pushy.
Sorry.
Okay. So now boom. So that's the beauty of just coding things with the same name. You can copy paste.
Yeah.
And you know what you're referring to.
Okay, so now it should work.
Now there's no way.
You say that.
So show the
Emulate it?
and show the check.
Is it showing? Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It's showing.
So what do you expect? Crash.
Work.
Ooh, black and
Not working.
wait at the end because we set them incorrectly. We shouldn't set them at the end.
That's true, actually.
So move them up.
Okay,
move
sure,
them
sure.
up. So actually I put my little comment which completely threw us off. They need to be put in the status, right?
So here.
Yeah, whenever you put in a status.
It's bad with the name.
It's perfect. And both of them, yeah. So yeah, so instead of doing it after everything is done, we shouldn't do that. And yeah, and also there was a little mistake because the default color is apparently not black. It's okay.
No, because don't we need to? It's changing UI, right? So when we have the arrow again.
Maybe. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, we can just try it and then expect it to fail.
So we know it's gonna fail unless it doesn't.
Unless it's magic.
Now, because maybe changing enable and disable might not, and so on. And if it does, then we need to break this down, like this check into a more complex function.
Okay.
Go and bring that up. So this is taking a bit longer than we expect.
Like we thought this would be easy.
Okay, black.
Which, I mean, it's not.
Wait, it's not finished yet. Ooh.
It is working.
It's working. And
crash.
no, this one, yeah, well. So go, what else? Try. There's no problem there. Scroll down.
No more.
Okay, so rerun. Try to rerun it.
Can we look at the dead?
Try rerun. Oh, you're already in the dead. So try again. So we don't know, like we crashed for no
Yeah,
reason.
probably for Wi-Fi.
So we know, but it did change something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
go,
that's kind
check.
of weird.
So usually
It shouldn't have been able to
do anything,
do
right?
anything because it's still.
Oh yes,
yeah,
error.
error.
The only the original server
Uh,
is used. So how comes the first time? Because the ping can change itself, but not the other one. So we'll do the other one.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's okay. It's Android View madness.
And like doing like async tasks.
Yeah. But anyway, this was we need to put
Okay, so
everything
let's
back.
explain actually
Wait,
what
wait,
the
wait.
error is.
That was my worst. So what's going on is that well, the bug is kind of a funny one, and it's hard to explain. But basically, we are like only ping and packet loss, since they're running in the same activity, kind of in the same like class. They can actually change the colors, while the other one they cannot change the colors because they are from another activity or another class.
Yeah.
So that's pain in the ass. So what we're doing now is we are checking this one, and we are probably gonna do it the dirty way because what you gonna do about it? So dirty way is put in this one, and
Why is this? Wait, explain what you're gonna do.
I'm just gonna do it, and then so we're gonna put else. So only one at a time that we can really do, and we're gonna put everything inside.
Why would that fix the problem?
Because it will fix the problem. So like this one, just like trust my powers.
I think it's gonna fail.
Trust my powers.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna fail.
My powers.
Okay, enough. Please.
No, my powers.
Please.
No, please. My powers are too strong for you.
Oh. Can we?
No. So let's be like take a second and take it a little bit easy. Download the platform. So this is gonna work now because I only say so. Because we are running on the UI thread, and therefore we can do everything we want on the UI thread, and that's the beauty of it.
That's right. That makes
The
sense.
master has
Yes.
powers.
Stop.
Well, first we need to run it. And then,
And then I hope it like
no,
blows up in your
no,
face after.
no. So anyway, what is the color? Like, what's the default color of this?
You guys we don't put curly brackets on their own lines.
I'm so disappointed.
We do when it matters.
Wait, what? Where? Show me.
I think we just haven't been doing it.
On the same line,
No,
always.
but for ifs you can, but for like new functions you should put them on new line.
Okay. Sorry
Yeah.
to disappoint, but that's my life. I'm gangster.
Oh my god.
What? She's not gangster, clearly. So don't crash. It's okay.
Doesn't work though.
It didn't change.
But it didn't crash.
Yeah, because. So we'll try again. Oh. We'll try
So
again.
it'll work at the same time.
Spoilers. Like the only one that agency with clear on their lines. I think that should be a sign, you know.
No, in my
is it
old
better?
work, we had to always do it as well.
Okay.
We had some like code styling tool, which meant we couldn't, like the build would fail.
Because it's else. Sorry to interrupt. Because it's else if. Silly me. Okay, so now it's gonna work and it's gonna be beautiful. And I'm not happy by the change of color. Why is it black? Why is it not black? Is it default? Maybe it's dark.
I mean, it is black, right?
No, because it changes color. Like, see, it goes from.
Yeah, from it goes to black, right? So maybe it's
we
gray.
don't like it. Yeah.
I think it's gray.
Yeah, no, but
So then
we need to find the color.
gray. I think it's gray. I think.
Do I
it's
get
gray.
it? Do I get it?
Okay.
Yeah, I know, but like, it's gray, but there's like thousands of gray, dark gray, for example. Then we can try gray and light gray. We'll try all the grays, and definitely not gray. So we have this one, and it's all done, and we are amazing.
Well, you mean like the most basic thing?
And
Then
the
it should
UI
only
tasks.
take us like almost an hour.
No, let's be positive. And here we have too much negativity.
Okay.
And
We didn't check.
We just need to run on the.
We didn't check.
We need to run on the UI to make it a bit more like positive.
Hands up.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay, so I think it's pink. Oh, we should have just left one and not set the color. That would have been.
Yeah, that was not a smart idea. And we'll rerun it, right?
Okay. Which one? It's
Pink.
pink, yeah.
Pink, beautiful.
So, which is
Light gray.
Light gray.
No, gray.
like I told you. Hey, it's my coding time.
Sorry. Okay, done. So now we have all the colors
Okay,
and
so
all
now we've done everything we wanted to do for improving.
the improvement, and now we're gonna have to like go on the rest, and yeah.
Okay, so now we want to get.
Well, let's go back to the. So we want to get now general improvements. That was it. So run one more time so we can show.
Okay.
So this is more like kind of prettiness. So you bring it up and bring up the other one. I don't know.
Oh, which other thing?
This one.
This one?
No, this one. Okay. So.
Okay, so now.
So now, like the idea is that it wasn't gray. It was a bit like on the dark gray.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, it doesn't matter much. We're gonna fix it later. So now we know that download and upload completed and ping failed because of the emulator, and it's perfect. Like in the future, like the next episode, we are going to use that with our like powers. Not powers, but like we're gonna use it for like as a function, and use the flags. So it's not just gonna be just pretty like now. Now next, it makes sense to have the information of the Wi-Fi that you are, but not we need to know where we are, right? So
Okay, yeah. So
yeah. So let's go into that.
yeah, okay. So for the point of the app, the idea is that you want to upload your Wi-Fi speed to the location that you're in, so that other people will know. That's the idea. So we want to get your location, and okay. So first we want to put a label in the activity main, right? To just show.
Well, one like the label and the actual. So we would like to. First of all, we're gonna show like just the raw GPS coordinates, and we are gonna show you so like little. Oh yeah, it's one. You need to like.
Yeah, I know.
Just put it there.
No, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So text views. So we're gonna just show the raw GPS. And actually, I think maybe we could have just copy paste the other one. Because now we.
What?
It's fine. It doesn't matter. So now we're gonna link it, and no, you didn't do it properly.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So now here we're gonna show first of all the GPS, the raw GPS value, and then later on we're gonna show. It's okay. No need for now.
And just address, and then I put a second one.
Address label without with small a.
No, phone. This is the text.
That's right. Yeah. So, and the text ID we'll put it address label, and here like actually yeah. So now she wrote Lily wrote address because we're gonna put address later on. But now we're just gonna start with just the actual the raw coordinates that we're gonna get.
Okay.
And now we need another one. Okay, just drop in.
What does it say?
In less space. I don't know, like, actually, you know, as my answer, I usually have like auto styling.
Yes.
So then I don't like, if like now we're just using this for our stream, but if you're working on any external team, like with just auto styling is the best.
Yeah.
So then you can use your own thing. You can have tab spaces. You can have
No, but you don't have
whatever.
your own thing, right?
Yeah, you can use no, because it gets converted later on. So you can do whatever you want. The other stuff, unless you I don't know, do some crazy stuff.
Okay, so let's see how we want to Google how we get location.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go in browsing mode. Yeah. So what are we looking for?
Okay, so we want to get
That is true.
current location. Android.
So yep.
How to get
Time's up.
Yes.
Back. Yeah, I don't know. I would go for auto. Like if you have somebody who actually cares, then you just go automatic, like automatic auto formatting.
Everyone cares.
I know some people don't care. Okay, now we need to find location. So good old Stack Overflow.
Oh, yeah. So we're gonna use
So this is outdated and outdated again. Okay, so
this is for showing on Google Maps, which is what we want to do later.
yeah.
Right?
So but this one might like, so basically we're gonna use Fusion, like fuse location, right? Which seems to be the best. Like what's the difference? You know? Oh, fused location.
Yeah, fused location.
So what's the difference between that and just GPS?
So I think fused location uses because you have like two ways of getting location. So you have like the GPS, and then like you have the network manager, and it sort of depends. So like sometimes like one is better than the other, and yeah.
Kind of like that, yes.
So, I think you need to put like, are you in the right place?
Yeah.
Because you've not compiled, like it should be implementation, right?
It's okay. It is correct. And boom. So
you
now
just got rid of all the like curly braces.
just one curly brace, yeah. So now, yeah, sorry, Grado. Try again. So now, good.
Isn't it implementation? Why does it compile?
It's okay. Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it comes from here. So now we're syncing. Let's go back to the browser. So while it syncs. So what we want is, so this is kind of like, as far as I can quickly check, is to show a map. Yeah. But what we don't really want to show a map at the moment. We want to just get the location. And so we're going to have a location provider, and which is this last location. We're going to just make use of this. And it's going to be in the main activity where everything is currently working. So we're going to have like location request. We don't care about that. So now we're basically setting up to actually just get the raw location. And we import. Okay. Then on create, we want to set up the location client, and I will
Do we
remind
want to do
you.
it immediately on create?
Yeah. So on create, we just set it up, but we're not gonna start it up,
Okay.
which is a whole different thing. And actually, I think I'm just showing this one. So we're showing, we add a nice on pause. So this is kind of like they come from by default, and we don't do that one.
Oh yeah,
So-
you need to create a location. Later.
Oh yeah, it's this one. So callback is on location result. Okay. So there's a lot of little like things, and we're gonna go through like them in a bit. But basically, we are setting up this location like client, and we have this one, and we have a little function, so then we can
Yeah, let's
like
make a new one. New function, because I don't really get what's going on.
Private void setup location manager. And so I just throw it in and import classes like we always do. And see here's checking for.
Oh, okay. So this is going to make a request to get the location, then it checks if you have the permission. We need to put the permission in the manifest file.
So check location permission, we don't have it, so we need to put it there. So we have callback when it's done, and we have permission, and we have
So much code.
so much stuff.
Okay, it's me.
Okay, give me a sec, let me finish this. Wait. Okay. Okay, so now this part is a bit
Confusing.
boring, belong.
What did you just copy?
You can go through and see from the other side. So you just basically have to go through and import.
We don't need another dialog. We can just use the one that Android has.
It's okay.
Because the one Android has is way like nice.
It's okay. I think we should have this one. Let's try. Let's test this. Let's test this one, please, first, and then we can like.
Okay, so we import it.
Yeah. So now like there's a lot of errors because go up. Yeah. So now this one we probably need to like. This one we don't.
We don't want it.
Just delete everything this one for the moment. All these bits. Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, until here. Location market also out.
Okay, so we just want the log.
And last location is also good. Yeah. And location result.
Location callback.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we're still. Sorry, guys.
We're just not used to it.
Yeah, no, it's just like
Switching
no, it's fine. It's just like a bit. The part is a bit. Like talking and doing this takes a bit of time. So take away the Google Map, like all the Google Map stuff. And yeah, and then we did permissions. Once go down, and we have a bunch of other. So there must be something. So save and check.
It's I think we're like missing a curly bracket somewhere.
Try that. Yeah, and then. Oh, so see, there is a.
There's still errors.
Yeah. So just import, that one.
Okay, we don't care. Oh, we don't even want this.
Yeah, take away the OMAP ready because I thought like it just got copied.
Do we need
Take away
the whole function or?
Yeah, everything. So we don't need like we're not actually creating a map, so we don't care. Check location permission was okay. So can I see where was it?
So we want to change this.
No. It's a checker. Sorry. So okay. So you want okay.
Because we want to like get location or something.
No. Like start location checker.
Okay. For now, click get location. Okay. So we don't care about Google Maps right now, but we will.
Doesn't matter. And that's it. Okay. When you like private, it's okay.
Okay, so let's go through this. So we're creating a request.
Let's finish up everything and like get it like because there's lots of errors. So let's clean it and then we are like we should it. We can go through it and go all the way up. So see, there's a whole bunch.
Oh, what the hell?
Probably I got copied in. So delete this.
Okay.
And all that like completely. Yeah, sorry guys. And probably that's why. Wait. No.
Pause this twice.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. So
that's what you wanted.
So go up. Set up location manager.
Yeah.
So we're already setting up. So like kill everything. The location is not important. Because we already.
And kill on pause as well. I think we already got it somewhere.
Probably, yeah. Try.
Okay, so that copy paste was a
it happens. Yeah, it happens. And now go down. There's 2 errors still, and save. And we format that later. Go down. Ooh. So okay. In the meantime, that you fix. So that's because we added the extra. So now we're going through and go down. No, wait, you missed. You can see the red lines on the side. No, just scroll down. So maps activity is we don't care.
Yeah.
Because.
So we just want this.
Request. No, main activity. You need to call it. No. Main activity. And maybe works with
class. Okay.
So yeah, maybe you want to talk more about this while I'll go through it.
Okay, what are you going to go through? Like we need to list our errors. Because I don't think there are any more errors. So.
No, there are no errors, but we need to kind of wrap our the permissions, right? Just so we know. So, already, but we also need to find location.
Maybe because we added the dependencies. Why would that? Or did we already add it?
No, we didn't have it. Magic. Probably magic. Probably like it gets automatically added. And so let's go through all the things that we should have, and then we'll think about it. So on pause, it was already there. So that's why. So we are setting up the location client when we're starting, and we don't start it. We don't do anything with it. On connection, we're gonna tell later to do things with it, and we need to set it up. So this is like the setup, right? So when you check once, it's gonna set it up, and probably we want to, when we are done, to kill it. Sorry, it wasn't here. On connection, da-da-dan.
So when do we want to start checking?
So give me a second. So ping task. So we'll do it after everything.
Hello, Hassan.
Hello, Hassan. So for now, I think also to make it a bit prettier, here we have integer interval update, and so then we can also set it, change it, and at the moment we can do maybe every 5 seconds, just so it's quick. So basically setting our location manager, and we need to remember that to remove it as on the pause. Basically we need to pause it when we're done, otherwise, yeah.
Okay.
So, and that should happen basically when we get the location, maybe, or not. Or should we? Oh yeah. No, we do this. We set it up once. So if m location, so we do the same, but the opposite. So if it's different than null, like sorry, if it's null, then we set it up, right? And we set it up only once, unless yeah. So this basically says that we are gonna like set up once and 5 seconds, 500 milliseconds. Now we are gonna set it. So we go through like now.
Okay.
So we create it. We create the location manager and map at the location. Yeah.
So this is just logging.
So this one logging out the
latitude and longitude.
On location result. So here, what we can do is actually show it on the label, like on the label on the text view.
Can we just run it first and check that it works?
Sure, but let me just finish 1 second.
It's not. I called it address label.
Okay.
Or address text view.
So now it's address text view. So now we have it, and so unless it crashes for that, but we're gonna still like log it in case something messed up. And set text, and we're just gonna set this there with a beautiful comment in between, and also comment here. So whenever we're gonna get location, we are going to set a text, and then we have this one is for. So if you don't have the location, like the permissions, we're gonna show little like pop up. On request permission result, this is gonna handle its own things, and that's it. So beautiful. We are do a little step in between them.
What?
So let me check here. Okay. So
let's just run it first.
this is on the the emulator, so it will not get any sort of GPS until you tell it. And that's why we are forced, even if we don't want to do this. So let me show you. So, okay. Boom. So now it should show up. Okay.
So now
Let me.
it's my go.
It's your go. So you get to do explain everything.
I can just run it. I wanted to. So now we just ignore what was going on before, and
so then hide this and show
okay,
the Android.
No, so
but it's not going to work otherwise.
Yeah, but I mean it's not working anyway. You just
so so to go on that one and bring up the emulator.
Isn't it showing?
It's not showing. Go bring on the emulator. Scroll. Okay.
Okay. So now we can see.
And
behind.
yeah, just move it up. So yes, that's the order. Sorry, guys. Okay. Beautiful. So we're so okay. So let's see. What's gonna?
Yeah.
I know you think. I know you think it's going to fail.
Needs to run macros.
In it.
Okay, let's try running it.
No. Maybe. So I know.
Okay.
So because we are starting the device control and probably cannot do both. So it needs to be running already before you can attach.
Okay.
No, okay. It's a little like message from. So Gradle is built in,
Okay.
and that's it. Okay, in the meantime, we're gonna show the address beautifully.
Or let's not think about that yet. We don't need to know.
We will
the
have to talk
location.
about it, right?
Yeah, I know.
Whatever we
but-
don't, we can just wait. So now it's finished. Okay, let me check that one.
Is it giving us an error?
Yeah, basically, the device manager should be run after because they're using the same connection, and we will check.
Oh, yes.
So now it's starting, and we have like
Okay,
text
text
view.
view.
No, so go and check.
Okay.
And if it crashes, we have no idea. We copied so much.
Too much.
No, now it's okay because so now we're still not getting anything, and it's because we're not sending the information in. So now this is not waiting anymore. I'm sorry, this is not waiting anymore for the update. So you're not waiting for the rest, but we can send. So now we're trying to send in some. We're trying to send in some values there, and we're not getting anything. Oh wait. Because we lost the connection, right? So either
When
we
you
send.
Yeah, you can't just. I don't think you can just open up this tool.
Yeah, but this is okay. So this tool is made for that, and okay, I was setting correctly. So let's now close it.
Yeah, okay. Let's just try rerun it and see what happens.
It's not gonna get any updates.
But it already
It's
has
not gonna get
the
any
default.
Is it?
Yeah, it should already have.
Okay, we'll try.
I mean,
no.
now it's not gonna work, right?
No, because you didn't restart it. You need to restart.
Okay.
So yeah, restart.
Restart app.
Yeah, probably now go for it. And now, always check like this one. So then we know. Okay, check connection. So it wasn't updating, but now at least we know if there was like an error. So we are not connected. So go up. So we're not getting any.
Okay, change.
Okay. This a bit trickier than we expected. So
Okay. When are we starting again, like our request for the location?
icon on the button, right?
Is
I
it
mean,
a button?
we'll start like actually before we will look into anything. Let's like log stuff because logging is fun. So starting location. So because at the moment we're not really getting any result, and there could be like a ton of reasons for that. So it could be because we're not starting it. It could be because we didn't get a request for permissions. I don't know. Was that?
We didn't. Oh yeah, we did.
We're not getting result here. Are we gonna be? So now we're basically going through and set up lots of little logs around.
This is why you don't just copy and paste.
Yeah, kind of.
Whole big bunch of code that you don't really understand. getting any.
Okay, let's try. So I think there is a problem.
Try and
Wait. So maybe it's maybe it's the if fuse location, because we are setting it up on. Yeah. So it's not that one. Is if. So if we set it up already, that means what is that is different than location request. That's why. So it's never been called. So it was never been called to begin with.
That explains.
Yeah. So let's try again. And then let's say. Anyway, in the meantime, let me see about it. Oh, that's
Okay.
good. That's good.
Do we want it to work like that?
Yes, we want to work like that. So then we know like exactly that we're like they know that we're asking for information, and it crashed. No, it didn't crash. We got an error here, and let's where is it? Okay, so we got in this error, and we need to understand what. So receive code to unregister listen without matching registration code. Well, so
Which line?
It doesn't say. So handler, looper, and I guess guys we have to not great. Try to put some breakpoints. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we do with logs, so then it's a bit more visual and we can like add a bit more info. But so do we want it for the location? Why not?
I think it's something just.
Try again. Always try again. So try again, did not work.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe they on pause. So because this one code to unregister, so let's not register. For the moment, we'll just leave it there, and because I think this is where we like remove it, and probably there was a pause somewhere because it seems to be connected to the on pause. And so let's go back and assume and hope it's that. Okay. Did it?
Okay, this is some more.
Okay, so now it was that, right? But now it's not getting any information.
No, it does. It gets.
No, it's okay. It does not get any location, and so I want
Okay,
to
so
try.
let's just check where we're getting. So we're getting to starting location client. Where did you put this?
Okay, I'm going to try 1 second. Just my like, little. Can we try the monitor and then I send, and then go to the. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, then close this one and no problem.
Okay, so this was.
Perfect. That's the only like from
Doesn't matter.
my sake.
Okay, so we can check where. Okay, where are you sending this from? Starting location client.
No, I go way up.
Way up.
Actually, so so settings is what we're getting. We did get the location permission. We are getting that.
So we're requesting the location updates.
Check location permission and access file location. So do we have that? Access file location, we have that. And my permission request location is that.
Do you have this?
Yeah, we have it. And so it should be working, right? But it's like every 5 seconds. So I wonder, yeah, it should be fine, right?
Yeah, because it's still not.
There's like 2 minutes.
Maybe we should say 2 minutes. We could try it.
But 2 minutes means we might have to wait. No? What do you think? We'll put more. So so in the in there 2 minutes, and we'll put it like 10 seconds maybe. Okay, so
Question, what library do you guys use on Android for making HTTP? What was it called again?
it's like there's the Apache Java.
I use this like loopj async library or something.
Okay.
And I kind of liked that.
Yeah, so like when I was using it, yeah, go check. When I was using it, there's like the Apache. Basically, you can use the Apache HTTP client, and it's like worked fine. But then you were using the
and it was just really good for like large files. That's why I chose it.
Yeah, depends on what you're doing. But I guess like you can either go for the like normal like the. It's okay. Oh no, it's dead. We need to retry. So either like, depends what you're using for. Yes. Maybe emulator. So now it's not showing up. That one. What? The first one. Okay. And grab settings. So we're still not getting the information, and I think like it's kind of fine. We need to look through like the other post and read properly. Let's go through the post.
Do you think we enabled the permission? Because it asked for it, but do you think we actually
That's a good point. So what we can do is...
Because I think that's where it crashed.
So what we can do actually is... sorry, not contacts. But usually what you can do is that you can go on settings, and you can go then on what? Apps, and we select ours, which is called permissions. So we have access to permission.
So we do have
you can take away and put it back. So that is fine. So that's not fading on us. So check location again, and in the meantime we'll leave it there. Yeah. So we are not getting results.
Yeah, we're not getting any update.
So we're not getting any update. So let's check on location result. If we get any location, the permission, that's fine. So it's not coming up again. So no problem. So now we are, I don't know, it's kind of weird because I've done it before in another project, and it wasn't that it's complicated. I wonder if, you know what, for these kind of things, I think it's always best to go on the device and check. And because I think that's like with Android and the emulator, when it comes to like things like sensors, you probably like, you know, it might work. But if there's some random bug that you think, you know, is it just the emulator or is it something else, you'll test it on your phone. That's what we're gonna do. So we'll test it on our phone.
Were we still getting an error?
We were not getting any error. That's the problem. Because errors are good. But So we're getting the same. Yes, beautiful.
Okay,
So on the phone it works perfectly, and you can trust us.
like 100%.
100%, 100%.
Like foolproof.
So
Yeah, no, you can't.
see, I can see that. I can see that. So there are some numbers, and that's our location.
Okay, so it was the emulator.
It was the emulator.
Because I've been working on the emulator before, so I don't know.
And it makes me wonder what could it be, because the currently reported location. So yeah. Is this one? Because you need to send it through that.
Okay, so what is this?
So if this works, then I can show it. So let me see. It's not getting anything. Unfortunately. Oh yeah. I'm surprised you can even run one. Like 1 GB, it was killing my computer. Like it was just run, like you could just run that.
What?
Like just Android Studio.
Yeah.
So yeah, with the device is much better, and even for like things like Unity, if you don't run it on your own, maybe it's like faster, but then you have, like this one's cool because you can like directly without you have to build it. So it's,
yeah, and it's good for showing here.
yeah, and here it's great, like the emulator, but the phone works the way you want it to work.
Okay, so we didn't actually want to put the
well, at the moment, like, we want to understand why we're not able to show it, right?
But it shows, right?
Yeah, on the phone, but like.
So we want to fix that emulator.
So now we're trying to send. We're trying to send updates. So we have a little like app that allows us to send the values, but it's not being sent. Why is, well, you know what? Because I think it's like this is a common thing to do. So what we're going to do now is to go into browser mode. And, so Android emulator GPS. Because I know that basically you need to simulate the GPS, and we are doing this, but it just doesn't work. So, oh, that's a good one. Basically, they're telling us that maybe, I hope so, maybe it's not enabled. I don't know, it's enabled. So high accuracy. Agree. So maybe that's why. It should not fix anything, but it does.
Can we see the emulator in this view? Oh yeah.
Okay. So okay, we won't sweat it for a while.
Yeah, we're not gonna spend too much time.
Yeah, well, we're gonna move on. So basically, it should show the view. I mean, GPS. We're gonna check. It worked on the phone, so now we're going to hard code it, and then we're gonna hard code the values, so then we can work on that. What do you think? I think the time maybe is up.
Yeah.
I need to reset it. So yeah, go for it. So we are going to like just move on to the next step, which is showing.
We show the address.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we'll do it on the We'll do like just show on the map. Directly on the map. So we're going to like fake the GPS and then show it.
I think we should just show the address.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, and we save that for next time.
All right. So yeah. So the position on the map, we're going to do it later on. because we don't want to have the stream to be too long. But yeah, so now we have some fake GPS that we can use, and what we want is that we're gonna then show it on the phone. But whenever we get the location, we want to do so-called reverse geocoding. And so we're going to look it up how to do that. Basically, given a beautiful GPS coordinate, we can then get like some sort of approximate location, like an address. So it's like geocoding. Yeah.
Okay, geocode
and one word. Geocode. It's like geocoding. So geocoding is like it's just a fancy thing that. And no, like that one. It's called actually it's called reverse geocoding.
Okay.
And so we go on that, and it should be super simple. So given a geocoder, you get like given some like the latitude and longitude, we can do it. So all right, so we're gonna put it there.
Import.
Yeah. And since it's not working, put it on local port, and then we do a little trick. Okay, so the disk should probably at least we need to import the disk.
Yeah, sure.
And okay, so that one probably like this should be context. Like or activity, like get activity or application. I check what it requires. So what do you require? Okay, I think you can get like get base context, and I think it's going to be the context. And here, just put the location and latitude, and we're gonna.
So this is we're just gonna fix.
No, now here we put a look because you only get here when you actually go ahead. So put those two in there, and that's for the phone. Okay. And on the other one, we will fake it. Okay. Beautiful. And then there's an AIO exception. Like Alt Enter, and then someone will try it. So what is happening is that we're getting this from the location we get in the addresses. What app do you have? Okay, no plus. And we set that the text view to the first address we find.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
address text view.
Yeah. Dot text.
Set text.
Set text, yeah. Addresses position. Since it's a list, we get the first one, and it's the closest. No. 0. So job different. So it's probably get.
Yeah, that's so.
Okay, sorry. But then it might, and then dot.
To string or something.
What's it? Dot. And you probably get address line. We'll see what we get. And see, no, then probably we want to complete, right? Okay. Try. Get. To string. Like we can go straight to a string and then we'll say. So in this case, we're gonna get all the addresses that kind of match like the neighborhood basically, and then we just get a first address.
Yep. And so we want to get rid of this, right? Because we don't.
Yeah, we're gonna take it out. Yeah. And basically now what happens is happening. This works only on the phone when actually the thing works. So we want to say if we are on the phone, like if you're on the emulator. So if we are in the emulator, we're gonna fake, right?
Yeah.
And actually, we're not gonna fake it. We're gonna geolocate something else. So Oh, we are still on it.
Oh man, we're so forgetful. Sorry, that was me.
So yeah, so we'll show it quickly. So now we have a geocoder, and given a latitude and longitude, we can then get a location and a set of addresses.
The name of the location.
And we're gonna get some addresses, and then we're gonna get the first one, and we're gonna set text. Now, what we want to do now is, what if we're running on the emulator? Well, at the moment we're not getting any GPS location. So what we're doing now is, when everything is done, let me check. My location, last location. So this one,
We're not doing anything.
yeah, that's okay. That's what we want to do. So my location. So if at the end of everything, this is kind of my idea, we'll say. But if at the end of everything, so when we are like enabling back, if the location is still null, means we didn't get anything, and then we can fake it. It means we can kind of assume for the time being.
Yeah, just so it shows on the emulator.
Yeah. So it shows on the emulator, right?
So we can show you.
And let me check. So, and then we're going to do exactly the same thing, right? So we are going to show it. Where is it here? So done. And instead of location, now we're going to fake it. So by faking it, what better way is that we look it up?
Where are we?
So what do we put? We put GPS location of
Where would we like to be?
Maldives.
Maldives. Coordinates.
Hawaii. Okay, Hawaii. Well, that was close enough. Hawaii. Okay, let's see if we can find Hawaii. Hawaii latitude. Ooh. So maybe that's. Okay. We'll go for that. So, thank you, Hassanito.
Is that Hassan?
Well, that's his nickname, unless he lost
What,
it.
Schrödinger?
So back. Now we are faking for the crowd. So instead of putting the latitude, we are gonna use our string of the Hawaii. I'll assume it would be a string. Well, it doesn't complain. So it did complain. So string double. So we put a D afterwards to make sure it's forced to double. Otherwise, it might be thinking it's float. And also in get location, you request maximum one result, and so it's always going to.
Okay.
And if it crashes, it crashes. So I'm not a sentence
Okay.
Are
we on there? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay, so let's try. So now here it should fake and it should tell us maybe Hawaii.
Maybe it'll tell us something random.
And if it tells us anything, really, it's success. Like with the emulator here, let's try. Okay, so when everything finishes, it should ask for the fake Hawaii location, and it should set it here. Ooh, good. So yeah, great. So
that's addressed to string.
Wait, that's addressed to string. So never do address to string. But
so pretty.
we're getting it. So now we can just.
So now we want the address line.
So we need
get the address line.
Latitude local. I want something better, maybe. Yeah, address line, and then we get 0. So this is going to be the first address line, and we'll put it here, and then we'll put it also for the phone, because that's really what we care, right? Time's up. You love it. Okay. So as we do this, that's it.
Okay. Okay. So I don't even get to go.
So now that's it. Okay. Ooh.
Why,
Yeah, perfect.
H196.
So is this Hawaii? Can we confirm that it's Hawaii?
Shall we look?
I mean, let's put a new place. Wait. Put the like address. Ooh, you know what? Like, let's put our location.
Oh no, because you can get the country code as well, so we can put like
No,
comma plus country, because that's nice.
Ah,
right?
yeah,
We
okay.
want that.
Yeah, okay. That's true.
Oh yeah.
So then I'll add little.
Oh,
sorry.
fashion table.
You've copied, right? So you can paste.
Yeah, I know, but I changed it.
Okay. Yeah, a little. I just thought about this like GPS stuff,
I think you continue.
and basically like when I was, I'll tell a little like anecdote that I just remembered. And when there was Pokemon Go like going out everywhere, like when I was working in Finland, everybody was like trying to go around the parks and maybe in the office try to get like all the Pokemons. And there was this guy who was like, we knew he was playing, but he would never really like move from the desk. And at some point, like we looked like, hey, like how is your Pokemon? And he had like all these crazy Pokemons. And what happened? He was like, he connected his phone to Android Studio, and he was faking all the locations. So he would like teleport like it himself all around, and that's how you go like all these crazy Pokemons. And yeah, that's smart. But then like they start banning people,
Yeah.
and so he stopped. But that's a smart way. Kind of GPS. There's a whole project we did at the university, and it was like, yeah, good times.
Oh
So-
wait, I didn't run it.
Yeah, I didn't run it.
Sorry.
So go again, and yeah, and go always on this one. Okay. Okay. Ooh. So for Schroning guest, is it going to be Hawaii or is it not going to be Hawaii?
We are for not his.
United States. Yeah, country is correct.
Yeah, okay.
So it's close enough. But okay, let's do one thing. Can you put like our coordinates? Like what's my what's
yeah,
my
we don't say our GPS.
we don't want okay.
Yeah, we don't want people to know where we are.
Okay, we can't give like apparently we cannot.
So that's why we chose Hawaii.
So what else do we choose?
No,
We
it
choose
works.
Maldives. So can I put Maldives? Oh, it changed. Yeah, let me know nowhere. Okay, great. So Maldives it is. So we already been to beautiful Hawaii, and we shall put Maldives. Oh yeah, sorry, not to go over.
Yeah, you took over.
1 second.
Very bad.
It's okay because you didn't even want to go to the Maldives. Like,
Yeah.
what is that? Like, who doesn't want to go to the Maldives? Like, nobody. Let's go. To the
Is it running?
Maldives. Yeah, it's running. And cool. North Korea, please. No, we can't. No, we gotta go back. We gotta go back.
This is it. No more changing places after this.
Ooh.
Maldives.
Sweet.
Okay, it works.
Sweet. Okay, it works. And
That's pretty much what we wanted
beautiful.
to do today.
well, that's kind of like what we wanted to do, but we are going to move. So the show position on the actual map
Yeah,
next
we
time.
move that to next time because we spent so long
we are definitely gonna show you the real location on the emulator unless we cannot.
So we'll check out how you do that next
Yeah,
time.
we'll check it. And yeah, it's great. Lots of viewers. Hope you enjoyed. And any feedback, any comments,
Yeah.
please let us know.
So a second stream. So
Our second stream.
We're
So,
still learning.
yeah, we're still learning. And please follow.
Oh,
Okay.
is it over?
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. And please follow and anything else.
Oh yeah, we also put it on YouTube.
We're gonna put it on YouTube, super high quality. I don't know. And yeah, so we're gonna be next Wednesday
Same time.
streaming same time. And thank
for
you everybody, and thank you Slayer Darth for the following and joining guest. And Slayer Darth, even though you put curly brackets in the second line.
Of course, everyone does this.
Well, it's kind of not like
Okay,
that.
anyway.
Anyway.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye bye. Ooh. That's how you do it.